Hi everyone, welcome to Kowan's Kitchen. For today's video, I'm going to share with you guys how I make the Mizu Shingen, which is also known as the Raindrop Cake. It is a traditional Japanese sweet and the ingredients are very simple. That said, I actually spent a lot of time perfecting the ratio of the ingredients and I'm adding a British twist to my recipe. So, let's start making it! The ingredients for the Mizu Shingen are 500 ml of water, 30 g of sugar, and 2 g of agar, which is approximately 1 teaspoon. For the water, it is important to use mineral water or filtered water, because good water is crucial to this dessert. To add a British twist, I'm also adding half a teaspoon of rosewater and dried rose petals, but if you want a more traditional taste, then you can skip these two ingredients. The Mizu Shingen is traditionally served with brown sugar syrup and kinako, which is roast soy powder. They're both easy to buy online, or you can make them yourself. For the kinako, simply roast some soybeans and grind them into a powder with a food processor. In this video, I'm going to show you how I make my own brown sugar syrup, and the ingredients for that is 80 g of brown sugar and 80 ml of water. This should make enough syrup for my recipe, which makes approximately 6 Mizu Shingen that are shaped into semi-spheres with a diameter of 7 cm. To make the Mizu Shingen, weigh and put the water, sugar, agar, and rosewater into a saucepan and bring them to a soft boil on medium-low heat. Meanwhile, keep stirring. The mixture will change from milky to transparent. However, the agar powder is not fully dissolved yet if you can still see lines left at the bottom of the saucepan as you stir. The agar powder is fully dissolved only when the mixture is having a soft boil like this. Then, you can turn the heat off and transfer the mixture into a mold of your choice. In this video, I'm using a silicone mold with 6 semi-spheres of a diameter of 7 cm, but you can use small bowls to be your molds. I like to transfer the mixture into the molds in spoons because it will create fewer bubbles. You can also directly pour the mixture into the mold, but then you will have to remove the bubbles later. After you fill in all the molds, it's optional for you to put some dried rose petals in now. In this case, the petals will float on top, and when you unmold at the end, these petals will sit at the bottom of the Mizu Shingen. If you don't do it now, then the rose petals can be used for decoration later. Now, leave the Mizu Shingen to cool for around 30 minutes at room temperature. Then put them into the refrigerator for at least 1 hour so that they are cool when served. The agar sets at 40 degrees Celsius, so when you put them into a refrigerator, they should be setting already. While the Mizu Shingen is cooling, make the brown sugar syrup. Weigh and put the brown sugar and water into a saucepan and bring it to a boil on low-medium heat. Let it boil for approximately 3 minutes and keep stirring in the process. When the syrup is done, you should see the small bubbles becoming larger. Then you can turn off the heat. To make sure the syrup has the right consistency, you can test by tilting the saucepan slightly and drawing lines with your spoon across the bottom of the saucepan like this. If the consistency is right, you should be able to see clear lines. The syrup may look thin and runny now, it will thicken as it cools down. Now to serve, unmold the Mizu Shingen and put it onto a plate. Then put the brown sugar syrup on one side and the kinako on the other side. If you want to use rose petals to decorate, I suggest sprinkling them on the kinako side. If you have already put the rose petals in the Mizu Shingen already, you can just put the brown sugar syrup on one side and the kinako on the other. These two examples are for your reference only, so feel free to experiment with other styles of plating. Now you have the Mizu Shingen. I'm taking a spoonful now so you can see the texture. It holds its shape but is also very soft and will basically melt in your mouth later. You can increase the amount of agar up to 5 grams if you prefer a crunchier texture. Anything beyond that will however be really rubbery. Depending on the brand of agar you use, the Mizu Shingen can be clearer or more opaque. So if it's possible, do experiment with different brands of agar. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below and let me know what you think about this recipe and your experience of making it. Please also like and subscribe to this channel for more cooking or baking videos in the future. See you next time in Koan's Kitchen.